Alright, here we are, back again. Ooh. Today's drink is orange drink. It is orange. It's good. Oh, orange drink is good. So, I know today the community center is upgraded. I think Isabel's going to be here, potentially. Maybe tomorrow. Probably today. Hello, everyone. This is Thomas Nookington, 601. Now then, I'm sure you can all guess what I'm going to tell you next. Today's big announcements, as stated in the previous broadcast, we completed the construction of resident services. And that's not all. We've added someone new to our island staff. You know, I'm actually kind of seeing the start of the game again. I'm kind of disappointed he never does the announcements outside. Like, whenever Isabel does announcements, she does them from the inside of her office. They should do the announcements outside. Like, that should be the standard thing. Isabel, I have much to learn. I'll do my best to support everyone. Previously done resident service work. I've got more to share. Isn't the only thing around here. We gave the plaza some much needed love. Keep an eye out for the occasional seasonal event, too. I believe that wraps up my announcements, except for one final thing. Starting tomorrow, Isabel will be the new source of island news. I'll do my best to share the latest updates. Hope you tune in. There you have it. New building, new island staff. We're growing and growing. We're going to hold a ceremony. Alright. The fact that they mention Isabel has previously done work in, like, residential house, in, like, you know, bureaucracy before, that does make me wonder, what is the Animal Crossing timeline? Is there an Animal Crossing timeline? Like, if I look up on YouTube Animal Crossing timeline, will I find a video? Because, like, it's very obvious, like, there is no timeline. There's nothing that needs to connect them. But then there's all, like, these little things, like the fact that Flick and CJ and Daisy May all replaced other villagers. But, like, those other villagers did still exist at one point or another and clearly did those jobs before Flick, CJ, and Daisy May. It brings up some interesting questions. Of course, nothing is guaranteed per se, but it's an interesting idea. Is there an Animal Crossing time? I don't think it matters. Honestly, I don't think any Nintendo timeline matters. Except, like, the only one people really care about is Zelda, and there is no Zelda timeline. What we call the Zelda timeline is just a strung together bunch of nonsense for a bunch of games that were only tangentially connected. Like, you want to fix the Zelda timeline? Separate all the Zelda games. That's how you fix the timeline. Only the ones that are, like, directly related to each other. Like, you know, Majora's Mask to Ocarina, Twilight Princess to Ocarina. I would say Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't even think that one's true anymore. Somehow that isn't true anymore. Again, the timeline, who cares about the timeline? I know some people really care about the timeline. I have called myself old man who yells at clouds over timeline. I don't think it matters, though. Hey, what's up? Hey there, thanks for coming to say hi. Really cool friend moved in. Have we not already been friends? Who do I look like? cowboy hat, hockey jersey, sunglasses, weird dangly bits of hair that I can't remember what those are actually called. What the fuck do I look like? The hockey jersey makes me think like Robin Scherbatsky. Maybe that with the hair. But I don't think that's what I'm thinking of. I know I made all the heated rivalry jokes yesterday for a show I have not seen, by the way. I'll get around to it one of these days, but I have yet to see it. What's up, Marina? Plans are errands. They are, but we gotta get them done anyways. I think we can get something from you. I mean, you perfect snowboys sure act like it. We needed more sand dollars, right? And there's fossil number 4. And of course, Patty's inside. Oh, but she is giving us a crafting recipe. Hey, Patty, take a chill pill, gal. That's way too hostile on the first day. Yeah, we'll take a clock. We don't have that. At least I don't think we do. Alright, so we've got all the fossils. We found all those basically immediately. Oh, yeah, we can't. Okay, that's interesting. Wait, didn't... Oh, he gave... I was like, didn't he just give us a shell partition? Oh, and we got a pile of cash. I genuinely don't remember what that looks like. Pile of cash... That's not the stack of gold bars, is it? I would assume those are different things. Let's go see Bud. Hey, Bud. Coming home. Just gotta call this tedious by Patty. Said I only ever think about muscles. I mean, so far, I'm pretty sure every conversation we've had with Bud has been about muscles. That's why he's our heated rival. Alright, let's go hit... Oops. Yeah, oh, money tree right there. And we've already got 10,000 bells picked out. I think I'm just gonna move it like, oh, do I want to move it right there? I guess it actually doesn't matter. At a certain point, we're gonna have to start cutting down the money trees. Oh, hey, look, that rose reproduced. And Gulliver's here. So in our last playthrough of Animal Crossing, we did a whole thing where I made this giant... Actually, I think we do need that. We had a giant flower garden area where, you know, we bred gold roses, we bred every color of flower, all in order to make a giant pride flag. This time, I was thinking, like, maybe if we don't do that, I know there's a method where using one flower bed, you can produce basically everything but the golden rose. But you can get every other color flower. I want to say it's like in a 12 by 12 area. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to do maybe this time. I don't know. We still have to unlock terraforming. Hey, Anti-Anonymous. What's got you pissed off? You go to the store to buy water and only find Dasani? Because that's what I saw. Not that I was looking for water, but people are freaked out. Yeah, I'll look for him. I was playing Fire Red and I defeated the first Snorlax on accident, and in the second one I used a Pokédoll. Forgetting it will make me exit the fight. The damn Snorlax kept putting me to sleep, healing itself, and it won't go into my Great Ball, and now there's no more left. Yeah, no, we've all had that happen to us. And then you'll have like those Pokemon you struggle to get, and then there's always going to be that one that you just get on like your first try. Just for no reason, you just get it on your first try. The Dasani, so the thing about Dasani, as I understand it, is that bottled water is just water. But it's not just water. I mean, some water is purified. But most bottled waters have minerals in them. Because, you know, most of the water we drink has minerals in it, unless it is expressly purified. So what I think people don't like about Dasani is the mineral composition. That the minerals found in Dasani are just like, it's not a chemical balance people like. And I don't know. I have not had Dasani in God knows how long, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I'm assuming that's what people are getting at when they say they hate Dasani. But it could just be an internet thing. It's like we talked about root beers yesterday. Like, some people will say that, oh, all root beers are the same. They're not. Because what makes root beers different between, like, Bark, Mug, and the other one, A&W, is, like, the composition, you know? Are they thicker? Are they thinner? How much carbonation do they have? How much, what's the word I'm looking for? How creamy are they? Different root beers have different levels of creaminess. I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to a Cracker Barrel. Yeah, no, root beers are definitely different. But there are some people who are like, no, all root beers just taste the same. It is the same for water. Because I don't know if you've ever been to certain places. There are certain cities and states where the water just sucks. I specifically think like Las Vegas has worse water than down here. I think the water down here just tastes better. I do not really care for the water up in Vegas. It's all personal preference, mind you. But it just tastes different. Not that it's like undrinkable, but it's just different. And same thing with like fridge water, right? With fridge waters, it depends on like what type of filters you're using. Because if you're using a good filter, then you'll have no issue. But if you're not, then... Top 3 waters. I don't know what a top 3... I'm not that picky with like... I don't even know what a top 3... I know I don't like to spend a lot of money on water, so stuff like Fiji doesn't really do it for me. And I've never actually had Liquid Death. I know Liquid Death is like sparkling water, and in theory, I love some of the business practices, but there's nothing about Liquid Death where I'm like, yeah, I should go out and get that. Nah. Yeah, but yeah, it's just water. But no, I think a fridge water is good. That's the point. It's Liquid Death is supposed to look like a beer can to kind of normalize drinking, you know, sparkling waters around people who drink beer. You know, it promotes designated driving, basically. I have massive respect for the Liquid Death company. I feel like they've done a lot of great stuff. Alright, let's go donate these fossils, go sell everything, and find out about our turnips. Sparkling water can be good, but it can also be bad. It just depends on, again, what you're getting, what flavors you're getting. It really just depends. And they do other flavors, like I know Liquid Death does like a tea. I think they do the Dead Billionaire, which is lemonade and sweet tea. I know they're doing a Mountain Dew. So they do other stuff than just water. But I know it's all non-alcoholic. I know that's their big thing. But yeah, for me, water... Oh, we have not donated an olive flower? Wow. For me, best waters are all about, like, your mood. And, like, what's good... Like, if you're... Like, if you go and, like, work out, and you're just, like, a little dehydrated, a nice big glass of water is the most amazing thing in the world. Doesn't matter if it comes from, like, the faucet or the fridge, or it's a bottle... A nice cool glass of water after, like, working out, sweating. Oh, it's amazing. It's more of like a mood thing. And it's like the opposite's true. Like when you're like sick and you're all like congested, trying to drink water is just miserable. I always complain about Coca-Cola being straight carbonation, not sweet enough, unlike Pepsi. Sparkling water is just carbonation with no sweetness, yeah. And also again, it depends on the type. Because, like, that's LaCroix. LaCroix just has no flavor. It's just carbonation next to, like, hint of lemon. Wow, do we only have 2 things to sell? Huh, I would have thought we had more. I guess we just keep picking up shit. Like lemon. Alright, let's see. What is our turnip price? It needs to be at least 180. 184. Ooh. So that means we will have... If we sell our turnips right now, we will double our money. Yeah, we're going to sell our turnips right now. I mean, maybe not immediately like right now, but before the day ends, we'll sell our turnips. Because, well, yes, there is a chance it will go up tomorrow. There's an equal chance that it will go down. So, I think it'd be smart to sell them today. Alright, let's see, what stuff did we just get? We got a shell partition... which is that. Okay. Yeah. I like lemon and lime can be good. I love a good cherry limeade. Have you ever had a Sonic cherry limeade? I think those are pretty good. But pickle is awful. One of the worst things I had last year was pickle flavored. Let's put these sand dollars away. I don't think we need the giant clam, but we'll put it away anyways. I don't see us needing the shell partition. Pickles alone, it depends. For me, it depends on, because there are also different types of pickles, and some pickles are just better than others. But I do like a good pickle. Yeah, I don't... Juice from a jar is just weird. Oh my god. We need 30,000 bells, and we could do that. Alright, whatever. But yeah, I know people who drink pickle juice who've done that before. I don't really get it. I'm just going to stick with the boots. Do I like the green or the blue? We could also do the skirt. Nah. Yes. Yes, I am. Green or blue? I only have what I have here. Blue? I was thinking blue as well. Yeah, I can work with that. What do the little hair dealies make me think of something? I just don't remember what. Hey, that fossils, that's a bingo thing. I know yesterday when we were looking at the bingo stuff, we were only like 3 fossils away. That's a bingo check. Somewheres. Alright, let's go do the Gulliver thing first. Because we should probably just do the Gulliver thing. I don't know. I can see it, but I don't particularly need it. It'd be like when they put Mercedes in Mario. I get it, but also it's kind of, yeah, it'd be kind of weird. Oh my gosh, speaking of Crocs, did you see the Lego Crocs? They made Lego Crocs, and they're Crocs, but they have a giant Lego brick on the end, and they cost $200 dues. They're way more expensive than they have any right to be. But yeah, those got revealed today. And I saw people clowning on them because they're ugly. It's not like it's like a Lego... The brick is on top. You're not, standing on the brick. The brick is on top of your foot. I thought he was standing over one. But no, they're ugly, man. I don't know. I've never owned Crocs. You know, I used to be a sandals guy, but I've never owned Crocs. No, it's not Legos that look like. It's Crocs with like Lego bricks. But yeah, I've never owned Crocs. I've never had really any interest in owning Crocs, but I know plenty of people do. I'm not finding anything. Come on, there should be at least a few. Oh, so there is a rumor going around, speaking of Lego, and since we're playing Animal Crossing, so Lego is doing a smart brick that, you know, we've talked about. I know some people hate it. I myself am mostly indifferent to it. There's a rumor that they were going to get a new Animal Crossing Lego set that has a smart brick in it. It's just a rumor. But allegedly this summer, we're going to be getting a smart brick Animal Crossing Lego set. So that could be interesting. I've owned a pair of Crocs. I got a pair in the Dominican Republic, I believe. They're overrated. They're comfortable. Just as comfortable as any other sandal. And they're ugly. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh, so kind of like they were made for fishing boats, like high heels were made for butchers. Did I see one right there? Oh no, there's one over here though. Oh, and there is one back there. Yeah, I don't think I can bring myself to get a smart brick. It's just, it's very gimmicky, and it just doesn't really do it for me. Like, yes, I did have one of those Mario Lego sets that I got for like 50% off, and that was also kind of just weird and gimmicky. But I get it. It's a very Nintendo thing to do. It's like how, you know, they're releasing a talking flower. It's a very Nintendo move to make. And Nintendo loves their Nintendo moves. Gotta charge my Lego Smart Brick. I mean, you better. You think the Switch 2 battery life is bad? The Lego Smart Brick's battery life is like 45 minutes. It's bad. Alright, let's go get our turnips. I guess let's go do turnips. It's been a long time since I've done turnips. Alright, that should be all of them. Alright, let's put that there. I guess let's switch out that for that. And let's go hit up our turnips. Fingers crossed it snows over the weekend. See, it's gonna snow over the weekend. I firmly believe it's gonna snow over the weekend. I just don't think it's going to last until Monday. So as much as you may want a snow day, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it'll be Saturday, linger over into Sunday, and by Monday everything will be clear and you'll be back at school. And I will have to go to work regardless. Okay, so we at least so my turnips, I'm gonna bet it's gonna be at least 100K. I'm gonna say 100K. There's no way it's over that. I think 100K is the max. Or, you know, like within like 10K of 100K. That's my prediction. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Oh, I've desk job. And today it is. What? Wait, what? What do you mean 184K? We only put. Okay, we bought the turnips for 92 turnips apiece. I only put like 50K into turnips. What do you mean 184? What do you mean 184? Oh my god. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining. I just didn't think it was going to be that high. Oh shit. We could pay off our house and still have 100K left over. Because I know you better believe I was thinking, like, we buy turnips today, and then we sell them tomorrow. Or, we sell our turnips today, and then next time turnips come up, we put the 100K back into it. We could put all of our money, pay off our house, and then put another 100K into turnips still. Holy shit. That was way higher than I was expecting. And that's not even like a big payout. Like doubling our money, start buying them for 91, making 184. That's not that big. That's not that big of a profit. It can go up to like 600. Holy shit. Like I said, turnips are the way to go. You called them a scam. You're still calling them a scam. No, they're the way to go. You just gotta crunch the numbers. As I mentioned in my broadcast, we need a support staff, so Isabel is here to take good care of us. Starting today, I'm sure I have my hands full learning the ins and outs. You have it, Isabel and I will split duties. Broadly speaking, I'll take care of anything related to homes. Isabella will be general island matters and resident supports. Count on you and your continued support. Cost you a remodel. Please make the... He knew we were coming to pay it off. Alright, what new service did you have? In addition to my normal duties related to construction, there's a lot of fun projects. Bridges and inclines, as well as moving ramps and stairs or even existing buildings. You wanted my help? Oh, you're already eager to hear me out. Well, we've got a fine resident service building now, and you've no doubt admired the plaza. It's primed and ready for a major event. I think we started off as a deserted island. There's something grand to celebrate. I have big plans. Sure, tell me more. Our goal is to have an incredibly popular musician, KK Slider, come to Sable Falls. I'm sure you know who KK is? Yeah, I'm a big fan, sure. Excellent as always. His song KK Lament is my go-to karaoke. Sorry, I'm a big fan, but our goal, if we can get KK Slider here, he'd be a household name. I've done a lot of work so far going to the island, but a KK show would be the culmination of our hard work. Ready for more details? Ask me what I should do. So I'll be honest, I'm not going to worry about infrastructure right now. I'm kind of waiting until we get, unless we have to, I'm waiting until we can start remodeling the island. And then we'll worry about bridges and whatnot. We'll do the ceremony at the end, if I remember. I mean, no, we know there are other musicians. There's specifically those two rabbits. They make a song. There's a few other songs here and there. Captain sings, but you know, he sings shanties. There's a few other artists. But for the most part, yeah, KK Slider is the big one. Plan of Mine is divided in 3 main stages. First, we need more visitors. Next, we'll need Forks to move in. Finally, we increase the overall image of the island. The island, he'll accept our offer. So, increase the number of tourists by adding a campsite. Alright. So let's get this recipe for a campsite. And let's go make ourselves a campsite. I guarantee you we're gonna need wood that we don't have. DK. Given the customers who access... Alright. Oh, I actually didn't remember that they did that. That because, you know, we didn't check in, the game takes that into account. DJ. Yeah, you know DK from the DK rap? God, that video is so funny. If you've never seen... where it's Linky Kong listens to the DK rap for the first time... Ah, that video is so good. That and the Grinch one. The Grinch one's also really good. Okay, we don't need any of that stuff. We can do Bell vouchers. We can get Pro Camera... Custom Design Pro and Patterns Pro. Ultimate Pocket Stuffing. Pro Decorating License. Hip Reactions. More hairstyles. Body paint costumes. New eye colors. 2 new fences. A donation box. A drinking fountain. And just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I feel like this has really opened up now. Do you not like that? People are so mad at that for some reason. And I'll be honest, I don't get it. Well, okay, I understand people who have like, oh, on my island, I'm going to have nothing but cats. And then someone at the hotel is like a penguin, and that pisses them off. Like, I get that. But I like the idea that people at the hotel can show up on your island. That makes the island feel more alive. It makes the island feel more lived in. I'm personally all on board with the hotel thing. Huh, okay. See, this totally makes sense. I've mastered the art of organizing. I bet I can carry more stuff now. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Alright, I know that was like 8,000. Is there anything else we can get? What's the camera do? Oh, it gives us the tripod. Okay. Create with Pro Designs. Now I'm running an authoritarian government. Okay. Spy. Okay, so that's just a bunch of reactions. Hairstyles we'll keep in mind. Do I want log fence? I don't hate that log fence. I just don't know what I'd use it for at the moment. But you know what? Fuck it, I'll pick it up. I don't know. I know at some point Tom Nook will give us the ability to make more... will give us terraforming. I'm forgetting the name of it. And it's just a question of when. And I want to say it's after the KK Slider concert. That's the thing. So it may be a few days away. We can already pay off our house. Do we pay off our house? I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm not stepping down. Oh, so you've gone from like being an authoritarian to being like one of those dictators who, yeah, you know, we live in a democracy, but I'm the only person running, so it's not like you can vote for anybody but me. Okay, campsite kit. We just need wood. We need a bunch of wood, which we can totally do. Before we do that, though, we do have to get our thing from Pascal. You know, that's become a daily ritual. I will probably also make a new axe. Like, just considering it makes sense that we should make just a stone axe, just because it's better. And now that we've got more inventory space, it should be easier. Oh god, could you imagine going diving in this hat? Oh, you would ruin this hat so quickly. Oh my, ugh, it'd be all, it's wet wool. Oh, that would be awful. Probably shrink. I'm a chill guy that just wants peace. Yeah, they all start that way. They all start that way, and then the citizens complain about how hungry they are, or how they feel unsafe. So you gotta find some policemen. And then the people who should be policemen don't want to be policemen. So then you gotta threaten to throw their family in jail. And then they get angry at you. And then you decide, like, oh, well, you know, in order to make sure everyone gets enough food, we're going to share the resources. But people don't want to share. So you got to throw them in jail for not wanting to share. And then you start collecting resources from people and claiming it as taxes. But the people feel like the taxes are too high. So then they start complaining. And then you have to send in the policemen to, you know, stop them from complaining. And then one of your policemen who didn't want to be a policeman and who was a bad policeman decides to shoot somebody in the head 3 times. And now you've got riots on your hand. And you got to send in the National Guard. And then next thing you know, the governor is threatening to, you know, send in his guard against yours. And next thing you know, you're seceding from the Union. And next thing you know, Civil War again. Oops, I did not want to remove socks. But then if you don't give them food, they're going to complain that they're all hungry. And if they're too hungry, then they won't be able to do their jobs. Listen, You are the one who wanted to talk politics. The thing you hate. Look into the mirror, old sport. So I think I'm going to build the campsite maybe over here-ish. Because we don't really have much over here. Maybe I'll put it like back there. What, do you think they're just going to go... Do you think they know where, Oh, what was the joke? You think they know where Little Debbie lives? Like, yeah, she's down the street from the Muffin Man. But do you know where the Muffin Man is? Where are they going to find an awesome blossom? Do they think those grow on trees? How do you hunt a boneless wing? I'm not talking about politics, I'm explaining my... Guess what? Explaining your Animal Crossing island is... When you say you're an authoritarian, that is inherently political. Yep, saying you want to be an authoritarian is inherently political. Even if you don't think it is, guess what? It is. They harvest fruit from the trees. But what happens when they harvest all the fruit from the trees? Catch fish? But what happens when all the fishing rods break? Who's gonna make the new fishing rods? They're gonna cut down the trees to make new fishing rods. And then where is the fruit gonna come from? And then once those fishing rods break, how are they gonna make more? Yeah, but they had to cut those down to make more fishing rods. Ah, okay, I was close. But with what trees? They cut all the trees down. Or once they cut all the trees down, what do they do then? Trees take time to grow. And they can't, and like, what, are they gonna waste some of their food planting more trees? Why do that when you can just eat the food now? Alright, let's make an axe. The trees grow quicker. They don't know how to time travel. They're villagers. They've got robot brain. Oh my god, we need wood, really? We have to use the wood to make the wood. Alright, let's go hit a bunch of trees. Maybe I'll have time travel for them. And see, and now, instead of being your authoritarian dictator, now you have to take care of your little villager babies. And I mean, at that point, they're telling you what to do. And that means you're not an authoritarian. This needs to be like one of those like sappy kid shows where the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be an authoritarian dictator," and then he like has like a dream where he becomes one, and he realizes it sucks. And he's like, "If only I could just go back to being a kid again," and he wakes up. I think there was an episode of Codename Kids Next Door where Nigel becomes the president. And that's what I'm thinking of. Where he's like, oh god, if only I was a kid again. I don't want to be the president. Being the president sucks. I know that episode had greater implications, but still. But if they take your place, again, that's not an authoritarian. What's to stop the villager that takes your place from themselves assuming complete control? And themselves becoming an authoritarian. At that point, if you can let one of them take control, why don't they just lead instead of you? I could keep going all day, by the way. I'm not going to, but I could. Yeah, but you're giving them control. By when you time travel, they're the ones taking charge. They didn't seize the power, you gave it to them. I mean, I guess they could start eating each other. That's a valid option. That'll last for a little bit. And it's not like you could just tell Isabel to kick them off. No, they're stuck on your island until they choose to leave. Yeah, making them watch over the village is giving them power. Should they consent to do so? Listen, the only way to be truly authoritarian is to be a Dr. Doom, where you take control of everything and then give your people amazing lives so they'll never overthrow you, but also be so evil that nobody outside of your country will fuck with you. Dr. Doom had it right. That's the easy way to do it. It sucks that one World Under Doom comic, like, completely threw everything under the bus. Like, Dr. Doom controlling the world should have been so cool. And instead, it's just like, oh yeah, I've turned everybody in Latveria into batteries. Like, he would never do that. That's just bad writing at this point. Because the writers know deep down Dr. Doom would do a great job ruling the world. And they needed to You know, have him, like, push a kitten down a stairs. Or, you know, kill a grandma just to, like, prove their point. Okay, it's not a lot of wood, but it's better than what we had before. I'm actually probably going to make one more axe. God, we've already been going for an hour? Holy crap. No, yeah, Doctor Doom is a good villain. I'm really worried about how they're going to do him in the movie. The fact that it's Robert Downey Jr., they're going to fuck something up. Like, I understand they could never do a comic-accurate Doom. Like, that's not in the cards. But they could have at least tried a little bit more. But no, instead it's Robert Downey Jr. And I have nothing against the guy. He's great as Iron Man. But he's not Doctor Doom. I had been thinking about rewatching Fantastic Four, though. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I should rewatch Fantastic Four. Because I did like that movie. And unlike Thunderbolts, I only saw it once. I saw Thunderbolts like 3 times in theaters. I kept going with different groups to go see it. I guess the reviews were just good. That, you know, it made people, I was like, oh yeah, I haven't seen an MCU movie in years. But hey, the reviews on this one are good. What else did I have to talk about? There's one other thing. It wasn't a Nintendo thing. Maybe it was? It was something I specifically wanted to talk about during Animal Crossing. This is why I took notes back in the day. Ah, shit. I just couldn't get far enough away. Like, running down is slower than running sideways. Or at least it feels that way. No, I don't. I mean, the only one I've had so far is the one you saw me with yesterday. And that one I yeeted into the money pit. Woo. Keep an eye out, though. Say, I don't even think I've gotten a Triceratops yet. We haven't even touched these trees. We're gonna eventually have to tear this all down. Yeah, I think eventually we're gonna tear it all down. I think we're gonna make the island completely flat and then build it back up from there. At least that's what I'm thinking. Every square inch of it. Yeah, it does sound like it could be annoying. Okay, there we go. And I'm not making a third. Alright, let's go get that campsite kit. Alright, so we can make a campsite kit. 59. It's not actually that much. But hey, it was better than what we had today, which was like 2 or 3. Alright, let's medicine. Oops. Take the medicine. Alright, I'm gonna put the campsite probably like over here. I don't know, part of me says we put it back here. Will this even fit? Yeah, that's more or less what I want. Spot for the campsite. Hope lots of folks come by. Alright, now we can go talk to Tom Nook. See what else he's got. And if he's got nothing, then we'll just do the ceremony. Hey. We found a good location for the campsite? Of course. Splendid. I can't wait to see the spot you picked out. Location is settled. I can proceed with construction. Tomorrow I'll have a wonderful campsite visitor. How exciting. How can I help? What should I do? Okay, so that's all we can do for the moment. Alright, let's hold a ceremony. Yep, let's do it. Splendid, let's get started. So I don't think we're gonna pay off the house today. You know, maybe we just should. We've got the money, maybe we'll just do that. Just so that way we can get working on the upgrade immediately. Tireless efforts while developing well. I must confess, I thought our resident service building might be a tent forever. But now here we are with a beautiful new facility that the island can enjoy. So again, I must thank everyone for their support. Your fault if I failed to acknowledge the strong ally who helped make this possible. Isabel, if you can grace our island friends with a new word. I'm so glad for this opportunity. I'm Isabel. I haven't been on this island long, so I have a ways to go until I'm fully up to speed. But you can bet your bottom bell that I'll help any way I can. Thank you, Isabel. Next, get a few words from someone who made this possible. Here on Earth. What do you have to add? Good for us. New person to my island, just so I have a tent in my island. Part of my island. I mean, I know people do that. Yeah, people do that. Take a ceremonial photo. Hooray! Alright, so there's that. Yeah, fuck it, let's go pay. Even though we only got our house upgrade like 2 days ago, like we just got house upgrade. We might as well just get another one. A deposit, loan payment. And let's just pay the full amount. I mean, and we'll still have, yeah, we'll still have 100K left over. There we go. Yes, I finished paying off my house loan. Hey, Tom Nook, congratulate me. Your luxurious home has been paid off. Well, suppose we could have another room. If you don't mind me, I simply can't help myself. I'll take another room. About my house. But there's something I should tell you first. Along with the layout assistance, I'm ready to help with residents who want to move their homes. Something I can do. You're still repaying your loan. Keep you waiting. How can I help? I want to expand. Sure, let's do it. That's a lot, but you know, we paid off our loan already. We might as well. Oops. And like I said, I'm not going to worry about infrastructure. We don't really need it. Yeah, there's our house loan paid off. And yeah, like 2 days. What was it? 348000? Okay, I think that's good. So yeah, next time we come in, we'll have a new room. Last time, I think I usually always make the second room a bedroom. I just think that makes sense. Like, you know, your first room should be like your living room where you do your living. And the second room should be your bedroom where you do your bedrooming. And then the other rooms can just kind of be whatever. You know, last time I think we had a bathroom. We had a... God, what else did we have last time? I don't remember. I know we had some weird stuff. Speaking of that... What did Pascal give us besides a pearl? I know he gave us something else. Or was that just it? Did he just give us... Oh, did he give us shoes? Yeah, he did give us shoes. I don't know why I put the crab in storage. So we can pick up this bed. I make the living room the first room, the room in the back the garage, the room on the left the kitchen, the room on the right the bathroom, the room upstairs the bedroom, and the basement is like a gaming lounge. Yeah, I mean, I kind of did, you know, I made our upstairs the kitchen last time. I made the room on the right the bathroom. Room on the left was like an outfit room. It was all about clothing. And then downstairs was our shady basement where we do shady things. Yeah, let's go with that. Shady basement where we do shady things. Alright, do I want to make an ice wand? Or... Oh, we don't have a large star fragment. Never mind, we can only make an ice wand. Let's make an ice wand. Alright, so can we set wand outfits? Wardrobe. Let's edit our wand outfits. And let's make... Get a mannequin. As far as I know, no. You cannot. In New Leaf, there were ways to get mannequins. But as far as I know in this one, there isn't a way. Alright, we got pink mermaid shoes, we got mermaid tiara, and we got mermaid dress. Oops. Mermaid. Let's just go mermaid. I don't know. We could do like mermaid princess, but that's too much work. It's wraps. Yeah, I'm wrapping up here in a second. Alright, can we hold our wand? So, this is what we're wearing. And now, we can be a mermaid princess. Bro, told my friends this at lunch. Yeah. You know, it's Rockstar. They've done weirder things. I mean, by the time GTA 6 comes out, we might have the PS6. So, who knows? You know, it could be GTA 5 on Xbox One. At that point. Alright, there we go. You know, getting our magical mermaid room a little bit more magical. That's funny. But no, that's where we're going to end off for today. Yeah, look at that. Look at us in our little outfit. GTA. I mean, someone will do a demake. You know, people love to do their demakes occasionally. So this is where, you know, we had a pretty successful day. We got a campsite. We sold our turnips and made like 80,000 more than I thought we were going to make. And we upgraded our house for a second time. So far, you know, we had a pretty successful day. And then tomorrow we'll be back in the morning with more Animal Crossing. I don't know what we're doing, but we'll be back then. And then tomorrow night we'll do Wibby. I got a bunch of we got a bunch of Nintendo stories, specifically for a bunch of game updates. And then we got Percy Jackson season finale, so we'll talk about that. And then on Sunday, early Sunday morning, there is a Nintendo Direct for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So my plan at the moment is that tomorrow we'll sit down, or on Sunday, we'll watch the Mario Bros. Direct, and then immediately transition into Animal Crossing. So that is my plan at the moment. We'll obviously see how that all shakes out. But yeah, new Mario movie trailer. Should be fun. And yeah, and then we'll just go straight, because, you know, that's early enough. Turnips are there by that point. But with that, that's where we're going to end off for today. So I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Till next time. Peace.